Hi, my name is Anna, and today I will be showing you guys how I make zucchini lasagna. It's a low-carb recipe that I use to help with my weight loss journey. I was really big in losing weight a couple years ago. I have managed to fall off the wagon this year. I think a lot of us have. So I believe that this year coming up is going to be a better year. And I decided that I needed to add some more low carb recipes back into my life. And I thought I would share it with you guys. My family believes that I'm a great cook, so I feel that you guys will enjoy the cooking as well and the recipes. So stay tuned for the recipe and enjoy. Okay, so we're gonna just turn on the stove. And I am going to be adding about 2.5 pounds of ground beef. So let's just add that in. We're gonna cook that up until it's browned. So I'm just gonna break that up into little chunks so that it's easier to cook. And let's just let that heat up a little bit and get browned and before we start adding in our seasoning. Okay, as you can see, the meat is starting to brown up. So I'm just gonna stir that. This is a great pot, it doesn't stick, so you don't have to add any oil or anything, so this is great. Even though there is fat from the ground beef. I'm going to add in 1 whole medium onion. Stir that in. I've also got here 3 cloves of garlic, 2.5 tablespoons of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, teaspoon of salt, teaspoon and a bit of pepper and paprika. So let's just pour that all in. And let's give that a stir. So we're just gonna let that cook up till it's nice and brown. In the meantime, I'm going to preheat the oven to 375. To get that started. All right, starting to look really good. And we'll be back when it is browned up. Okay, so I have gone ahead and drained out the fat from the ground beef. So that should be ready to put in our pan into the oven. I'm just going to turn that down now. Let that cook up, and let's take you over to the prep station. Okay, so now we're back. I am going to take some of this pan coconut oil, and I am going to spray our pan. It shouldn't stick, but just in case. So we'll spray that with that. And what I like to do is I like to take the zucchini. I usually cut them in slices, but I got this new electric spiralizer today, so I thought I would try it out. And anyways, I put it on some dry paper, and as you can see, it soaks up all of the wetness, so it'll make it less soggy for your zucchini lasagna. And I put a little bit of salt on it to help drain out some of the water. So right now I'm just going to lay it into our pan on the bottom. Let me just see if you can see that. Okay. So I'm just gonna lay it down, just like little circles for now. This will be handy when you're trying to cut, so you don't have to really worry about cutting in between pieces. So hopefully when you're cutting, it'll just cut right on through. So I'm just gonna do a layer of it on the bottom. And think I'll do 2 layers. So let's do 1 layer on the bottom. And let's grab some of our ground beef. Okay, so I've got the ground beef. It's all cooked, drained fat and everything. So I'm just going to just pour it over, make a layer here. Yes, it's steamy. So let's just make sure we get to the edges here. Okay, from there, I like to add in some tomatoes. So this is no salt diced tomatoes. So I'm just gonna take a scoop. So in here I have about 2 cups of tomatoes. So I'm gonna try to use half of it for this layer. And of course you could use more if you like or less. I like to try to use a couple cups just to layer it in. I think I might end up getting some more. So maybe we're going to use the whole almost 2 cups here, I believe. And just going to kind of squish that in there and mix it around. And then also, I am going to be adding in some cottage cheese. A lot of people like to use ricotta cheese. I don't have any on hand, but cottage cheese is not bad. It's got like 4 carbs per half a cup, I believe it is. So again, I have close to 2 cups here. So I am going, but you gotta remember, it's for the whole lasagna, so it's not like you're gonna eat the whole thing. I mean, maybe you will, but. So I'm gonna just try to spread it out a little bit again. And what I like to do to get more greens in is I like to add spinach. So I have my spinach here. And I am going to do a layer of spinach. Got to get your greens in. And then from there, oh, my cheese. Got to have cheese. So right here I have some mozzarella cheese and some shredded marble cheese. So I'm going to do a mix, I believe. So let's just take a little handful here and just kind of spread it across, because we want to save some for the top layer, of course, but we also want this to be yummy throughout. So let's just throw in a little bit of each. Okay, and now we're just going to start off on our second layer. So we're just going to repeat the process, and we're going to add a layer of zucchini. There we go. So just lay it on in there. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's all gonna get eaten up. This is a great dish if you are trying to keep low carb, trying to stay healthy and on a health journey. So this was one of my favorite recipes when I was losing weight a couple years ago. I am trying to get back on the losing weight wagon and try to live a more healthy lifestyle. Okay, so I've got that layered again, and I'm gonna grab some more tomatoes because I ran out. All right. So I did end up using the whole can, so I am just going to, almost used my hands there. I am just going to, again, go over it lightly all the way throughout. Of course, if you are a very strict keto, then you can omit the tomatoes. There might be another alternative for a lighter version. I just don't know what it is. And I'm going to add the last bit of my cottage cheese that I have left. Again, ricotta cheese works great. I'm sure some other people use some other cheeses. I don't have a lot left, so that's why it's very minimal on here. Normally, I do like to put a little bit more than that, but I figure with both the cheeses in there, it should be pretty good. So this time around, I want to put the spinach underneath the ground beef so that I can have the cheese on top. So let's do another layer of spinach. Okay, and let's add the rest of the ground beef. You want to try to get it all the way around. Plate's a little hot. Bear with me, this is one of my first videos, so please be kind. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. I plan on trying to do a video a week. I do love to cook. My family believes I'm a great cook, so I believe that I could share some really good recipes for you guys. So as you can see, I have layered it all up. It's spread up across. You can try to cover up some of that zucchini in there. Looks yummy. Okay, and then we're just gonna top that up with some cheese. The last bit of the cheese here. So let's try to go over this. Maybe I should just do a little later so that it gets all the way across. And of course, if you really want to add more cheese, by all means, go right ahead. I believe there's probably close to 3 to 4 cups of cheese here for the whole lasagna. All right, that is now ready to go into the oven, and let's put it in there for about, I'm gonna check in on it in about 30 minutes and see how it is looking. So let's just pop that in. And we'll be back to see what it turned out like. All right, it's been about a half an hour now. I've just pulled it out of the oven. It looks really good. I think I'm just gonna throw it back into the oven for another 5 more minutes to broil. Okay, so I've just pulled it out of the oven. I broiled it for about 5 minutes, so now it's a little bit more crispier. We're just gonna let that rest for about 10-15 minutes and we'll cut into it and have a look. All right, guys, it's ready. Let's plate some up and see what it's like. So I'm just gonna cut it down just to make it a little easier to pick up. All right, let's scoop out a piece and see. Look at that. Yummy. So as you can see, it's got a bunch of veggies in there, meat and cheese, low carb. So there you have it. I have plated it up. You can see the zucchini, the cottage cheese, the spinach, the tomatoes. I mean, this is an excellent dish if you are trying to stay low carb and trying to get your veggies in. So please enjoy, make this recipe. Let me know what you guys think. I just want to thank everybody who made it to the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and please feel free to leave a comment down below. Please be kind, it's my first video. And Please like and subscribe if you would like to see some more future recipes and other interesting things about me. So have a great day, and I will chat with you guys soon. Bye now.